How's it going? My name's Earl Duffy,
I'm Kirk Carlson.
and we did Venmo, the company Venmo, for our final for 2010. And we'll start here with the mission statement, which is this is the one we came up with, the longer one. So it's Venmo is becoming one of the world's largest money management apps. It provides a simplistic service to anyone who has a smartphone as well as an active bank account. Venmo allows people to transfer money between friends by just a tap of your smartphone. The innovative app works for people of all ages and allows for the transfer of money to anyone who also has the app. Venmo provides bank-grade protection to ensure all transactions are made safely and securely. Money transferred can be cashed out directly into any bank account overnight, making Venmo the easiest money management solution on the market. So we'll be talking about our week's plans that we've been doing for kind of marketing this app. Sorry, one. I think this is kind of like Google Hangouts, so we can just talk about it.
All right, so I'm going to talk about our vision statement as well as our elevator pitch real quick. Both a little smaller. We made these as well and didn't come off of their own vision statement. So Venmo provides a fast and safe way to manage and transfer money between your friends. The innovative service is available to all smartphone users who have a bank account. Venmo has a secure foundation to protect your payments and ensure transfers between accounts are made at the safest level possible. And then the elevator pitch is Venmo provides a simple and yet secure mobile way to transfer money.
Mm-hmm. And so our strategic short-term plan was pretty much just to increase the amount of users and bring awareness to our college campus here at the U. We were going to use tools like social media, tabling, face-to-face communication, and word of mouth. And you want to go through the keywords?
Yeah, so three of the keywords that we came up with, or phrases that we came up with to kind of gather together our company was money management, which obviously is what the app is based on, getting money to your friends and kind of delegating where it goes. And then the mobile interface, make sure it's easy to send money. If it's a confusing process, you don't want people that's immediately going to deter people away. And then a social media money platform, which social media is already a big driver in today's society and helps really bring in what the major target market is, which is the millennial generation and ages like 20 to 30.
Mm-hmm. And our target goal was 5 new app downloads weekly and a 15% of increased transactions within the application, which is kind of hard to measure, but we think we did a pretty good job at it. So Kirk's going to go through our week 1 actions that we did here.
Yeah, so our first week, our actions were to gain new users and get entrance into the assignment and really start just working in the assignment. The first week we worked on the 10, 50, and 100 word message. We videoed it and submitted it. We liked both the Venmo page on Facebook and tried to invite others to create publicity that way, and then do so in other platforms such as Instagram or Twitter, whatever else they use to really blow up their media. And then we also did a more formal approach by tabling at the union, and lastly we all worked together to watch a portion of the in-class videos. And the summaries of this week, like I said, between the three of us, we got 2 new users. We also attempted to go door to door in student neighborhoods, such as just below the U in the Douglas Street, and go work in more heavily populated areas.
Mm-hmm. So our week 2 actions were rely on the past users as human capital to market app to people within their circle. So kind of just discuss, the first days we were discussing pay with our family and friends, kind of just, letting them know that this is an easier way to transfer money instead of remembering, oh, I owe you $10, you owe me 20. So we did the video and we post our discussion about that for the assignments. We reached out to neighbors. I live in an apartment building. I have a couple people down the hall that I talked to them about it. We messaged and called friends with the actual app and used it with our friends just to show the simplicity of it. Continued to use social media. It actually posts sometimes when you use it, so it kind of worked itself out and did that for us. And then we watched and discussed the video again at the end of the week. So the summary for that week is the immediate friends were enthusiastic about helping promote. It is a very convenient app that a lot of our friends, again, between 20 and 30, use. The results are not really applicable this week because we didn't do much other than talk to people about it. We didn't really go out and market it. So,
And then for the week 3 actions, we tried to get an outline to do the radio interview and then continue with marketing the app like we've done every week. We tried to. I'm in a fraternity, so I tried to integrate the app with our weekly minutes and put it in both our chapter meeting and the minutes that everyone reads to encourage them to download the app and create a bigger user base for here at the U. And for the results summary for this week, we branched off telling friends like we mentioned, and like I said, included my fraternity and tried to make it even bigger.
all right. So week 4, we began working on some marketing videos for it, and we're figuring out how to pitch them each respectively. So we met up to discuss the outline, kind of get a good basis, all met up. We worked on the 15-second and 1 to 2 minute video. That wasn't too hard. And the 30-second video with help from others. We kind of just, finished off that week with collaborating and finalizing them to submit. And so the result was that it's kind of, there wasn't much work done for actual marketing that week. The videos that we worked on were a little more challenging than we thought. So we still had a week to complete all of our other stuff to get ahead. So that was about it for week 4.
And then on to week 5, we went back to the tabling idea, and we set up a booth, a booth with promotions in the union, and tried to pitch ideas to other classes other than just business classes. And with the table, it was kind of similar to what the Treats app did, and kind of have a promotional wheel where people would spin and get maybe a T-shirt or a koozie to put around your beverage or anything that would just had the logo of Venmo on it. And then each of us, we took the idea to a class, either pitched it for a presentation or pitched it in a just before the class to inform everyone. And then at the end of the week, we started to delegate out positions for who's going to do what for the master plan and the executive summary, and tried to get that ready so that we would finish it before the weekend of the following week. And then the progress of this week, we saw that it slowed down. Downloads were starting to slow down, and we anticipated it would plateau as more and more people gain access, especially as we approach finals, and we are happy with our positioning for the final week.
Yeah. So for the last week, or the 6th one, we finished the project with connecting to 3 to 5 personal friends that we knew didn't have the app, and we walked them through getting the app, downloading it, setting up it through their bank account and all that. So we met with our friends for the first couple of days. We kind of met up and analyzed all this data and how we got everyone, how easy it was and all that. We worked on our master plan and wrote up our executive summary, and we are now recording our video. So we felt like this, we finished the class on a high note and set forth to do what we, as a goal. We finished the entire project and plan to post the recording later on today. So that's kind of the end of what we've been doing for Venmo. It's been a pretty, I've learned a lot about it. Are we going to go through this too?
Yeah, and then we'll go through the executive summary. We won't include the mission statement because we already read that. But we'll talk about the company information first. So the company started in 2009 when Andrew Cortina and Ikram Magdon Ismail went together and band together and find an easier way to settle their accounts. When the two went on a road trip together, Ikram forgot his wallet and sparked the idea of being able to pay someone back without needing physical cash or cards. 3 years later, Braintree Corporation acquired Venmo for $26.2 million. Braintree is a gateway company that helps complete business credit card transactions. The following year, Braintree was acquired by eBay and was made a subsidiary under the operations of PayPal. The operations are now based in Chicago with 144 employees to date.
And so, upon acquiring Braintree and everything that it owned, eBay purchased the company for $800 million in cash, no stock options or anything like that. And during the 2013 fiscal year, Braintree was processing $12 billion in payments, which $4 billion of that was coming through mobile transactions such as Venmo. So that's, a good fourth. That's a quarter, right? That's a
Yeah.
quarter of their whole of the payments that they're going through Venmo, which is a high number.
Right, and then Venmo is just has one service for its customers, an online platform to transfer money and request money through anyone who has the app. All transactions that come out of the bank accounts or debit cards are free of charge. However, sending money through credit cards and non-major debit cards require a 3% processing fee, and cashing out your balance and receiving money is always 100% free. And then some of the major startups that both of the or all the entrepreneurship classes I've talked about use it are Airbnb, Fab, Living Social, Uber, Twilio, GitHub, and several others.
Yeah, another big one that I remember reading about was OpenTable, so that's a fairly large startup as well. So in terms of financing, when they started out back in I think 2009, they received $1.2 million from private investors and investment firms, and then Braintree, who bought Venmo, so they've gained $69 million in funding for their what was that, 2009 and 2010.
And then for the future plans, they've tried to allow people to send money to anyone, even though people that aren't your friends. And this project is called the Nearby Payments, making it easier to send money by just swiping your finger instead of less going through the app. And then majority of the users are in their 20s, like we said, in the millennial generation. And ideas that we thought of were kind of promotions that they could include, like more frequent spending, more frequent sending of money, and maybe larger payments that you make. Maybe you get a portion off, or you get cash back or something like that.
Or if they ever start using a business interface, maybe discounts for using Venmo instead of paying with cash or a card. So it's kind of right now it's more of a casual between two people payment, but there's obviously, as you've seen with Square, it just becomes a lot larger of a business operation once more and more people can figure out the licensing and getting it figured out. So Venmo, I think, is on its way to being a pretty big company here, and they've already been bought out once, so who knows further down the road what could happen.
Yep.